In this video, we're going to be ranking the top 5 Dishonored enemies from worst to best. Starting off with number 5, Dowd. Dowd is more of an enemy in the first game than in the other ones because in the Knife of Dunwall and the Brigmore Witches, and even Death of the Outsider to some degree, he's more of an ally. He's somebody that's trying to help the Crown and Dunwall to stop the threat that is Delilah. He's the leader of the Whalers, the Assassins. He took down the Empress Jasmine Coldwin and kidnapped her daughter Emily Coldwin, which is a massive deal because you have to be somebody with a lot of power and influence to be able to pull this off. He imprisoned Corvo, which some people will say isn't a big deal because at the time Corvo was poisoned, so he wasn't able to fight back, but I still think that's an accomplishment. And the last one is Arcane Bond. So he has an ability where he can actually share his powers with other people, which is a massive deal because if you're somebody that has to go up against Dowd, you not only have to deal with him, but you have to deal with all these other people around him that have similar abilities to him, which is a big handful. Number 4, Kieran. This guy is extremely dangerous. He was literally trying to build an army of clockwork soldiers, and he would have succeeded if you didn't take him down. He created the clockwork soldiers. He imprisoned Anton Sokolov, which is a big deal because Sokolov is a high-profile person. And the last one is he built the Clockwork Mansion, which it takes someone of supreme genius to be able to build something like this. And I'm pretty sure he's like the only person in the world who's actually managed to pull something like this off. Number 3, Brianna Ashworth. She is a curator at the Royal Conservatory and also a Brigmore Witch. She has the powers of the Outsider, thanks to Delilah, so, she's extremely powerful. She's got abilities that, can trouble pretty much anybody. She's working a device called the Oraculum to make herself even more powerful, which is a massive deal because similar to Kieran, like I'm not saying that Brianna is as smart as Kieran. I don't think she is, but to be able to build a device like this to make yourself even more powerful is a massive deal. And obviously, thanks to us again, she wasn't able to pull that off, but if she was, that would have been a lot of trouble for a lot of people. And the last one I want to mention is she also has her own coven of witches, so you not only have to deal with her if you're trying to take her down, you have to deal with her whole coven. So obviously that's a big deal. And number 2 might surprise some people. This is the Cultists of the Outsider. So in Death of the Outsider, there's all these people, with the yellow eyes, and they seem to have powers of the Outsider as well. And the ones that I really want to focus on is that, actually no, before we get to that, I don't think these cultists have limits to their power. So when you look at Dowd and Delilah, they clearly have some sort of limit to their abilities. Like there's just stuff that they can't do, and you kind of have a gauge of what they're capable of. But with these cultists, you have absolutely no idea what they're capable of, and they seem to keep surprising you of what they can actually do and what they're actually might be able to pull off. And there's these Envision cultists, and they're basically cultists that have been exposed to the void for a long period of time, and they basically change into constructs, these kind of like metallic people, and they are extremely dangerous. And obviously, cultists have a link to the void, so they basically have, access to the void 24/7, so they're able to learn even more secrets than the average person would be able to because they basically got, constant access. And obviously, there's so many cultists when you actually play Death of the Outsider. It seems like there's like thousands of them. So, there's so many of them. They're always, trying to make themselves stronger, trying to learn. And, the limits of their abilities are basically like, limitless, which is extremely, ridiculous. And the last one on this list I want to mention is Delilah. I think Cultists of the Outsider could have easily been number 1, but because we know what Delilah can do, I think she takes the top spot. She is probably the most dangerous individual in Dishonored. She has a coven of powerful witches. She actually found a way to make herself immortal, which I think is enough to put her on top of this list, because if you're going up against someone that's immortal, you literally have no way to be able to beat them. Now, I know we did find a way to, we did figure out her immortality in Dishonored 2, but if you're just somebody that doesn't know about, that secret, you're basically screwed. She also has complete access to the void, like the cultist, which is extremely useful. She basically can, she can learn if she doesn't know something. She can basically try and figure out, um, basically what she doesn't know, and try to make herself stronger. And she's able to make her paintings come to life, which is a massive deal because in the DLC, the Brigma Witches, she's actually trying to make a painting so that she can actually take over the body of Emily Coldwin, but obviously Dowd stops her. We stop her. And the fact that she was able to actually possibly do that is absolutely ridiculous because she can literally, make anything the way she wants to. So she can make a painting and it would basically come true, which is absolutely ridiculous. And she takes the top spot on this list.